Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to cut this satin robe. So this is a three-part tutorial which starts with how to make the pattern paper. So of course we'll be needing the paper, the scissors and the material. So for the material, these are the things we need. We'll need cotton, we'll need tailor's chalk, a scissors, measuring tape, the satin material and the chitenge material. Then to make the pattern paper, we'll just be using paper, some markers, of course your measurements, a ruler, and just some weight to hold down your paper. So for the paper, you need a paper that can accommodate the length of what you'll be working on. So to start off, I'll just measure the starting line, which is just a line from the top where I'll be using to take all my length measurements, and then I'll just measure out the full length of the robe, which is about 39 inches. So once I measure out that 39 inches, which includes the seam allowance, I'll just mark it out on my paper as you can see in the video. So once that is done, I'll move on to my horizontal measurements. So I'll start off by marking 4 inches from the edge of the paper, which is just the front overlap, which ensures that the robe is not open but flips over the other side, just to ensure that it's decent and well covered up even when you're wearing it. So once that is done, I'll just connect those points. I'm really sorry that the marker I was using wasn't really showing, but I hope once I get to the point where I cut the paper, it will be clear. So please just forgive me for that, and I'll be putting all the instructions on the screen. So now we go on to measure the shoulder measurement, which is 15 inches. So we'll be marking the shoulder measurement from the 4-inch mark. So you'll be working with a shoulder measurement divided in half, so that's 7.5. So once you measured that out, just measure out 1 inch shoulder slant, which is just measure 1 inch from the shoulder line, measure downwards by 1 inch, which just allows for the slant we have on our shoulder, and then connect this to the neckline just at the front center line of the 4 inches which we measured at first. So to measure the back neck hole, we'll just measure 2.5 for the neck depth on the shoulder line and 1.5 on the 4-inch line for the neck depth, as you can see in the video. So once you've measured those 2 points, just connect them, and then that's what we'll cut for the back neck measurements. Now that the back neck line is done, we'll just move on to measuring the armhole. So we'll measure 8.5 inches for the armhole from the shoulder line. That's the straight shoulder line without the slanting. And we'll connect that with the ruler. So you measure the 8.5 based on your bust measurements. I'll insert an Excel sheet which I just got from the internet, which you can reference even when measuring the armhole length. Then we'll use the hip measurement to determine the width of our robe. So the hip measurement is 46, so we'll just use a quarter of 46 because we are measuring this divided by 4, so that's 2 pieces on fold for the front and 2 pieces on fold for the back. So the quarter of 46, which is about 11.5, is what we are using to determine the width of the robe. So once the 12 inches is measured, just connect that with the armhole and you'll have that box. So from there, I just went on to draw a line on the back neck measurement just to curve it out so that it can be ready for cutting. And then from there, I went on to just make a curve on the armhole and just marked out the 0.5 inches depth for the front armhole. So at this point, you're done with your back piece. For the front piece, you just measure 6 inches from the shoulder line on the line which you measured, which from the edge of the paper to the 0.4 mark. So at this point, this is where you'll be using a line to cut across from the back neckline to the edge of the paper, and this will act as your front opening. So I'm just showing you that the back piece is shorter in width than the front piece by the 4 inches we left. This 4 inches is just the flap, which makes sure that the robe is covered one on top of the other so that it's not open and your bust is well covered. So as you can see, I'm just connecting the back neck depth to the center, through the center of the paper all the way to the edge of the paper through that 6 inch mark we had marked out. And as you can see, that's the complete pattern, and I've just cut out the paper. So I'll just explain again the process, what I did during the measurement. So as you can see in the video, that up there is the back neckline. So you will cut the back piece first before cutting the front piece, and that line from the top to the bottom through that 6 inch mark is your front piece. And the front armhole is 0.5 inches deeper than the back armhole. This is just to allow for free movement on your arm even as you move. So the back piece is 0.4 inches shorter than the front piece, and from the edge of the material to the front piece is 4 inches longer than the back piece. This is just to accommodate the flap of the front piece. So when you fold your material, this is what you have: the back piece, which you cut first and add seam allowances all around, which I'll show you in the next video. So I will link the next video in the description bar down below and somewhere up here in the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do look out for that video. Bye.